What's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I am your host, Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. And this video is an update on the status of the case filed by Vic Mignogna against four defendants: Funimation, Monica Rial, Ron Toye, and Jamie Markey. Back in February of 2019, Vic was effectively removed from the anime industry largely due to the allegations and accusations of these four defendants. In April of 2019, Vic Mignogna filed suit, and a major new media coverage event of the lawsuit really began to unfold in front of the anime community's eyes. A large part of that occurring here on this very channel. People were able to read filings in real time. They were able to see things that they may have never seen before, such as deposition videos. All of that is still available on this channel. But it's also available in several other sources as well. And I encourage people who are unfamiliar with the lawsuit to look to those sources, to look to my videos and channel, and to familiarize yourself with the facts from as many different perspectives as you can, so that you can make an objective decision about what's going on here. For those of you that have been following, you know that on September 6th of 2019, a TCPA hearing was conducted in this lawsuit. A TCPA hearing is a pre-trial hearing which allows defendants to suggest that a lawsuit is brought without merit and solely for the purpose of stifling their free speech. It's sometimes referred to as an anti-SLAPP law or an anti-SLAPP motion. Since we're in Texas, it is the Texas Citizens Participation Act. At the hearing, 12 of the 17 counts were dismissed by the Honorable Judge Chupp, who is the district court judge in Tarrant County, Texas, where the lawsuit is filed. Judge Chupp had a subsequent 30 days to go ahead and file the remainder of his opinion on the outstanding charges. In the meanwhile, prior to filing his opinion, he did order all of the parties to mediation, apparently in response to death threats that were sent to the courthouse by a anonymous Twitter person, and also an email or two that was sent to the courthouse as well by a, I'm told, unrelated internet person. I don't know the identities of any of these people other than by their anonymous screen names. That being said, the judge ordered all of the parties to go to mediation prior to him issuing his final ruling. As covered on this channel, there was no results from the mediation. All of the parties walked away from that mediation with no deal worked out, and the judge was left to issue his ruling, which he did the following, I believe, 2 days later. This was on Friday, October 5th. On Friday, October 5th, Judge Chupp issued the ruling dismissing the remaining causes of action against from Vic Mignogna against the four defendants. Because this is such a charged event with so many people invested in the outcome of this case for various reasons. Briefly, some of those reasons include support or animosity towards Vic Mignogna himself as an individual, support or animosity towards Vic Mignogna because of his status as a voice actor and the characters that people have either liked or disliked, or because of the work that he has performed. Some people may have been disapproving of his vocal talents, and other people may really like his vocal talents. Further, support or unsupport of the individual defendants or the company Funimation itself. And finally, there's another group of people on both sides of this issue who are more invested in the idea of the hashtag #MeToo or cancel culture movement. And you can actually find evidence and articles and media commentary on both sides of this, which really ignores a lot of the facts involved in the case and more focuses on the idea of Me Too, on the idea of cancel culture, on the idea of misogyny or feminism. There are lots of people coming at this with various perspectives. But when we focus on the actual facts of the case, what we have is a man with a 20-year career, and we have a group of people who have come out with allegations that date back 7 to 10 years, sometimes longer, The allegations seem to be unsupported by anything other than their word. Their allegations are undermined by the fact that these allegations remain silent for so long, and not only did the allegations remain silent, but the people making the allegations not only worked closely with Mr. Mignogna, but also were very, very openly friendly and publicly and privately friendly with Mr. Mignogna during the entire time. It just happened that in February, these allegations manifested into something where the defendants and a few other accusers were manifestly unable to be in the presence of a person they had spent the past decade being in the presence of following the alleged events. When pressed by the community for any sort of evidence to back up these allegations, they have not been able to provide much of anything, and this has caused much concern amongst the fans, amongst people who are looking in on this from the outside, who are not otherwise anime fans, but are interested in how cancel culture and the Me Too movement works. Whatever your opinion on it, I encourage you to go read the court documents from both parties. They're publicly available in several places. One place you can go and purchase them for yourself to make sure you're getting a completely unadulterated look at them is Research Texas Cases. You throw that into Google, that is a Texas government website which will allow you to look up Victor Mignogna versus Funimation Productions, LLC. If you go ahead and do that, you can download any document that's been filed in this case, and you can objectively look at the facts and make up your mind for yourself. I highly, highly encourage people to look for those facts. And I do mean to say look for those facts, because they are lacking. Is what I'll humbly suggest. There is a dearth of facts coming from some of the parties about where these details took place, who may have seen the events in question. Is there video? Are there photos? Is there anything to support their allegations? You have to be the one to decide that on your own. For now, Judge Chupp, the judge presiding over the case, has dismissed all of the causes of action against Mr. Mignogna. And that has left many people observing this with a lingering question. What's next? What's next? The defendants in this case, outside of Funimation, have largely made some sort of victory lap, professing their gratitude for the people who have stood with them through this, asking for the anime community to heal, and a bunch of other statements indicating that they believe that this lawsuit is over. Mr. Mignogna, as has been the case throughout pretty much the entire lawsuit, has remained silent on the issue. So everyone's wondering, what's next? Is the lawsuit over? Do these people get to walk away from this? What happens to them? Are their careers okay? Is Mr. Mignogna's career okay? We don't actually know the answer to most of these questions, but I am bringing you a very specific answer for today. Mr. Mignogna, I'm told, is going to appeal every single dismissed cause of action. So appeals are coming. They should be coming very soon. At the time of the recording of this video, I believe there is something like 10 or 11 days left to file that appeal. So we should see a document soon, and you can follow the filing of that document and any responses on this channel. There is, I do a nightly live stream, and many of those live streams, when there is something to cover involving the Mignogna case, many of those live streams are dedicated to that. So do check this channel for updates, but I'm sure you will see plenty of buzz about it on Twitter and in other sources. With that said, I look forward to appeals. I have personal confidence that at least some of the causes of action do stand a good chance to be overturned on appeal by the appeals court. I personally believe that the judge's final order in the case was lacking in several aspects, and that it left a broad range of appealable points for the plaintiff to work with. The plaintiff, of course, being Vic Mignogna. So we will see what his team puts together, what they file, when they file. But I wanted to let you know that I have learned that they will be filing an appeal on every single issue. With that said, I bid you farewell. Please like, share this video if you do like it. If you hate it, dislike it. That's great. But please also share the video so that people get the news that Victor Mignogna will be appealing every single dismissed cause of action. None of the defendants are actually out of the lawsuit. And in fact, the lawsuit is very much still proceeding. So with that said, I hope you have a good night. Peace. Peace.